Hello, this is my video for the extra credit for anatomy. My name is Konrad Wojciechowski, and I'm going to go over the blood flow of the heart and thorax and abdomen. So in front of me I have my notes, and it has the structures on there I'm going to use, and then on another page I have just all the structures that I have to go over, just so it's clear that I'm not cheating or anything. So start off. We have the heart here. So firstly, it starts off by going through the superior and inferior vena cava, which you can see right here. You have the inferior one, and then you have the superior one. So it starts off there, and then it goes into the right atrium. So as of right now, it's deoxygenated blood, so it goes to the right atrium. From the right atrium, it goes through the tricuspid valve, and then through the tricuspid valve, it goes into the right ventricle. Through the right ventricle, it goes through the right pulmonary semilunar valve. From there, it goes into the pulmonary trunk, which I'm looking at my structures just to make sure I'm hitting everything. So the pulmonary trunk, it's right here. Pulmonary trunk. So the pulmonary trunk is right here. It's hard to do it while I'm not looking. So it goes to the pulmonary trunk. From the pulmonary trunk, it goes to the right to the pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery is right here. This is the left side. Through the left pulmonary artery, then it goes through a gas exchange, and then through the gas exchange it goes into the pulmonary veins. And the pulmonary veins, so you have the pulmonary veins, and then they're going to be on this side right here. There's the two of them, and then right above it you have an artery, which is the right pulmonary artery. And I'm sorry that it's black and white, my printer doesn't have colors. But after the gas exchange, it's going to be now oxygenated blood. And from the oxygenated blood, from here, then it goes into the left. So then we have the pulmonary veins, and after the pulmonary veins, it goes into the left atrium. From the left atrium, it goes into the bicuspid valve, or those two other options you can call it, but I call it the bicuspid valve. So from there, then it goes into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, then it goes through the aortic semilunar valve. From the aortic semilunar valve, it then goes through the then it goes to the aorta. After the aorta, it goes through in the gas exchange, and after the gas exchange, it goes into the systematic veins. Yes, and then it goes throughout the body, and then the process just keeps going. That's for the heart. So in terms of where everything is, we went over. So we have the atrium, the ventricle, then it goes through the valve. Through the valve, it goes through the trunk. Through the trunk, it goes to the artery. From the artery, it goes to the veins. And then you have the veins right here. From the veins, it goes into the left atrium, which is right here. From the left atrium, it goes to the bicuspid valve. From the bicuspid valve, it goes down to the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, then it goes through the aortic semilunar valve, and then from there it goes to the aorta, which you have right here. You have the ascending aorta, and then you have the aortic arch, and then it goes down to the descending aorta right here. And I know one of the structures is the abdominal aorta, and since it's not on here and you can't see it, it's important to know where it goes through the diaphragm. And by using the phrase I ate 10 eggs at noon, we'll know that it goes down through T12. So the aorta goes down through T12, and then it becomes the abdominal aorta. So again, you can't see that on here, but just looking over my the instructions, I went through the right and left atrium, the right and left ventricles, left and right atrioventricular valves, which I went through, pulmonary and aortic semilunar valves, I went over that. superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, went through that. Pulmonary trunk and pulmonary arteries and pulmonary veins, we went through that. The ascending aorta, we went through that. Aortic arch, we did that. From here, abdominal aorta, we talked about that. And all right, now we have the trunk. So on here you can see we have the brachiocephalic trunk, which is going to be right here, which is, if you're looking at it from a interior view, this is going to be it right here. Then it goes to the left common carotid artery, which will be the middle one on this page, and then the furthest to the right would be the left subclavian, which is not one of them that I had to say, but that's it's on here, so I might as well talk about it. And then from the rest of them, there's two more that are not on this packet from these notes. Those are the descending thoracic artery and the left and right common iliac arteries. So that's in my second packet, which I'm going to pull out right now. And I wasn't 100% sure if the descending or thoracic artery was talking about this, which is the intercostal vein, and also what I meant to say is internal thoracic artery. I wasn't 100% sure if that's what it was referring to, but it's important to know that. And then while we're here, just because it doesn't relate to the blood flow of the heart, this is just good practice for me. Then you can also see the transverse abdominis right on this page, which I kind of nailed down very well. From here, you won't see the last part of it, which was the left and right common iliac arteries, which is also on this packet, which you have right here. Sorry, I got it right here. So you can see we have the external and iliac artery, which is right here. You can see them both right here, so that would be right and left, I believe. So I believe I went through all of them. If I had a whiteboard, I would have done that on the whiteboard. Unfortunately, I don't. So again, I went over the right and left atrium, the right and left ventricles, left and right atrioventricular valves, the pulmonary and aortic semilunar valves, the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, pulmonary trunk, pulmonary arteries, pulmonary veins, ascending aorta, aortic arch, descending and thoracic artery or thoracic artery, abdominal aorta, left and right common iliac arteries, the brachiocephalic trunk, left common carotid artery, right common carotid artery. Went through all those. And just without it now, without the diagram, I'm going to do it through my head, just so I know that I have it. So it's going to be the inferior and superior vena cava first, then it goes to the right atrium. From the right atrium, it goes through the tricuspid valve, which goes to the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, it goes to the pulmonary trunk. From the pulmonary trunk, it goes to the pulmonary artery. From the pulmonary artery, then we have a gas exchange. After the gas exchange, now it's going to be oxygenated blood, which is going to be, but then it goes down to the pulmonary veins. From the pulmonary veins, it goes to the left atrium. From the left atrium, it goes through the bicuspid valve. From the bicuspid valve, it goes down to the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, it goes through the left ventricle, then it goes to the aortic semilunar valve. Through this aortic semilunar valve, it goes down to goes up to the aorta. From the aorta, then there's a gas exchange, and then it goes to the systematic veins, which takes it throughout the body to the systematic organs, of course, and then the process keeps going on from there. So I hope I covered everything, and I hope it was done right, and I appreciate you helping with studying for this, and thank you very much.